to our hands. And I never really said that you hurt me, no, instead I just try to understand. It was so exhausting, so I lost it, I can make you stop. Literally feel like giving you the chance to make it up.
G'day guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Australia trip. We're Hayley and Brad, and today we're going to start off by exploring Alligator Gorge in the southern Flinders Ranges.
We've just hauled the van up here. They do not recommend taking vans in here, so we've pulled it as far as we're comfortable, and we're just dropping it off here. We've got to go in and come out anyway, so we're better off not dragging a massive dead weight behind us and burning all the fuel in low range. So yeah, we're gonna drop it here and get in and explore.
And I've left a little note for the ranger in case he wonders what the caravan's doing.
Little love note. Did you leave him a chocky or something?
No. Smiley faces though.
I'm happy with our decision to leave the caravan where we left it. Usually I don't like leaving it sort of on the side of the road. It's just a bit sketchy with, I don't know, it just feels a bit sketchy to me, but some of these inclines and declines are quite reminiscent to the Bloomfield track. And there's just no need to be burning all that fuel in low range, crawling in here when it just takes 5 minutes to drop the van off and punch it in. Around it. Yeah.
Wow. Are they butterflies or
Yeah,
moths?
I think they're butterflies. How cool is this? There's just like 40 or 50 meter cliffs just towering above us. This beautiful oranges and light pinks. It's absolutely incredible. You'd be mistaken to think that we're in the Red Centre. I mean, I'd never been to the Red Centre before, but I imagine this is much what it'd be like, very similar to this. You can definitely feel that we are in the southern Flinders Ranges, because that is just spectacular.
What a beautiful outlook. Anyway, I think that's a wrap on Alligator Gorge. Thanks to Erin for giving us the tip to visit this one. She's one of my friends from back home, and her and her family did a half lap of Australia a couple of years ago, so it's cool getting little tips from her along the way. This one was an absolute ripper of a spot, so highly recommend if you're in the southern Flinders Ranges area.
Look at that view. It's insane. That's incredible. Like, that is just, I seriously feel like that looks like Afghanistan or somewhere, like in the Middle East. This is just barren hills.
Looks like the outback to me.
Okay, this is the next spot, Chinaman's Creek. Unfortunately, the car and the van lasted 23 hours until they got dirty again. We look like we've got frosted windows just from the dust. I knew that was gonna happen. I just needed to cleanse the car and cleanse the van, which cleanses my mind. But we're back in another conservation area, so there's no dogs or no drones allowed in any parks in South Australia really. So to get the drone up, I just have to do one of these ones. And then there's the drone shot. Get my big buff head in the drone shot. Sort of park's pretty cockeyed here because we're only staying for 1, maybe 2 nights. Not quite sure yet. It's supposed to get really windy tonight. So I've just kind of parked on an angle in which blocks the wind, but also makes it easy for us to get in and out and have a creek view as well. So hopefully I've hit all the boxes. It's a bit uneven on the ground down there, but should be right for the night. I've had worse. Good morning, team. It is a ripping day here at Chinaman's Creek. I got a tip from our mates Jono and Amy from the free roaming Frankishes that there's some good crabbing to be done here at Chinaman's Creek. So I just have a little bit of squid left over from the ones that I caught down at Minlacowie, and I've got a little crab trap here. I haven't got any bait clips or anything, so I'm hoping that I can fashion something out of our solage hose just to put it in. And yeah, hopefully the crabs like squid, and hopefully I can catch one big enough to eat, because I've never eaten crab and I've never caught one either with a trap, so wish me luck. What a gorgeous morning, and a gorgeous free camp too. As far as I know, this is the only free camp that is in a national park or a conservation area in South Australia, which is pretty unique. We had a great night here. The wind was howling last night, like 50-kilometre-hour winds and probably 60-70-kilometre-hour gusts, and all night the van, like we parked the van up there on the hill, and all night just had like a nice gentle rock to it. And I don't know why, it seems like counterintuitive, but I really like going to sleep when the caravan's sort of rocking like that, almost like a boat. It's very, I don't know, puts me to sleep. So that might be weird, but if you like that too, let us know. I'm just about to pull this thing up. People reckon that you can snorkel in this creek, but it's on the run out tide this morning, so I think we missed our opportunity to do that because it's pretty murky at the moment. Let's pull this up and see if we've got any crabs. Oh, got a little one. Little one's having a feed. We want your bigger brother, mate. Well, that's a bit of a better one, but he's taken pretty much all my bait, so that's going to do us for today. I'm going to revisit this at another time. I'm definitely not giving up on catching crabs. After the squid catching fiasco in the last few episodes, I'm really going to turn my attention to crabs now. See you, buddy. Look at how good this is. Point Lowly we've come to, after a recommendation from Harry at Seppelsfield Winery. It was his favourite beach. He said, guys, don't miss it if you come here, and I'm glad we did it. This is the pick of the spots. Like, we've got the look out to the lighthouse, And this beautiful little swimming beach in here, which people are snorkeling in and fishing. So
And it's been blowing a gale here all week, and today's the first day that it's not.
So there's not that many
Happy
people
days.
here.
No.
It's Friday. Yeah, buddy.
So we're at Point Lowly now. I've got a beautiful campsite right on the water there, and it also overlooks this bay and lighthouse. It's so pretty here. It's kind of contrasting because there's also an oil refinery just over there, which is a bit unsightly, but then you've got these beautiful like beaches and bays along the coast. But it gets super windy here. We're actually lucky we're here on a day with not much wind, although it is going to pick up this afternoon. So we thought that it's already starting to pick up, but we thought that we'd head over to the beach and make the most of it before it gets too windy, and yeah, see what the beach is like.
Alright, well I found this sucker down the beach before, and I thought, why not? There looks like there's a nice little gutter down there. So Friday afternoon, go for a little flick. Don't want to catch one of these guys. Check him out. Woohoo! Ah, I just got look at him. Oh, I hope you guys can see that. Go like this. I'm about to go swimming with a dolphin. He's just in the water, just in front of me here. There he is. Hey! Here he is over here. I'll try and run over to him. Well, you're not going to believe it. The dolphin, I assume he's eating squid because this is like a cephalopod exclusion zone. You can't fish for squid, cuttlefish or octopus here. And I think squid is like one of the dolphin's most favourite foods. Anyway, there's a bunch of weed beds around here, and I saw him like carrying on in the shallows here, and I thought I'd run up along the beach and see if I can get close to him because he seemed to be doing loops. Get over there, go to turn the GoPro on. It craps itself, as it usually does, and doesn't turn on, and I've got this dolphin 5 meters from me. I feel like crying. Oh, I've dreamed of getting that close to a dolphin for so long, and the bloody GoPro lets me down, would you believe it? I thought I waited a bit for him to come back, but he went around the corner, so I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. Bugger.
Well, I've had the most beautiful day so far. Started off this morning in bed watching the sunrise come up over through the caravan window. Then I went for a walk all around the point here, and then I finished it off with a swim. And when I was swimming this morning, there was literally a dolphin like just out here, and as it was coming past, as it was doing its dolphin dives, its tail was like flapping. So it'd go like dive, flap, flap, dive, flap, flap. I was so excited. So I was like here, and as it was doing its flap, flap, I was like doing this in the water, like trying to like wave back at it. I felt like it was waving at me. It was so nice. Look at the backdrop. It's so beautiful. There's no wind. It's warm, like it's hot. The water's beautiful. It's so clear. Just
and it's a
really
Saturday.
Loving today.
It's a Saturday and no one's here.
Yeah.
And we're parked like right there.
Yeah, there's camp right there. Brad's been going fishing. It's just so nice.
Pretty special.
And the lighthouse.
Yeah, the lighthouse is a pretty cool backdrop as well.
Love the lighthouse.
There's nothing in this world more primal than my love for you. If you meet somebody else that's a rival, that much is true. Yeah, I know you said, baby, this is final, and I blame myself. All that's left of me now is an animal, and I cry for help. I wish my car's gonna reach you.
We just went for an afternoon swim down there. I thought, I'll take the snorkel and have a look around. Little did I know, there's heaps of these little guys floating around. So I picked him up. He dropped his claws off when I was walking him up the beach. He knew his fate. I've never eaten crab before. I've never cooked crab before, but I'm gonna have a go at preparing him. So I've just put him to sleep in the freezer for half an hour, and I'm gonna go try and prepare it. I've got another one in here as well, but he's a little bit more lively because I got this one, brought it up here, put it in, went out and got another one.
I can't believe you got a crab.
I know, I'm kind of anxious to see what it tastes like, but we're going to do it justice and we're going to eat it right. Alright, so I just watched a quick YouTube video on how to do this, so I'm going to create my own YouTube video now. So apparently you just put your finger in here and give it a pull and pull off the top. Bang, whoa. He's dead. He's dead as a doornail. And then you just clean out the middle, clean off those gills. I'm going to take it down the water and do it, so I'm not making a mess at the site here. And yeah.
What part do you eat?
You eat all like the legs, and like there's all meat in here, and there's meat, I guess, in this part here.
Do you think I'll like it?
I don't know. I'm going to try it. And I'll go and throw this down in the water too.
So funny. I was literally just telling people today that Brad's been getting good at catching squid but not crab, and he's just hanging for a crab, and then sure enough he goes and gets crab. 2 crabs with his bare hands.
And so I have sriracha sauce, I have diced garlic, and I have a bit of olive oil. So I've just banged that in the pot. I'm going to throw it on the boil for a bit and then throw the crab in, and hopefully it's good. Cook it until I think it's done. Well, just saying how good of a day it is. Got the crab going, been fishing, done a bunch of editing. I walk outside to check on the crab, and I did notice a stress fracture in that step yesterday, and I thought, oh, I might have to get a new step pretty soon. I thought I'll check it out when we get into the next town, which is Whyalla. I'll see if I can get a step. Anyway, it didn't last that far, did it? I just come out and went bounding over.
I'm gonna have to...
Yeah, we'll get that fixed. That was notch point, I reckon, that caused that. So
it's been broken since notch point.
So that's like 5 months.
Yeah.
Not bad. Alright, crab update. Ooh, she's looking pretty good. I don't know what is cooked, but I'll have a look. Well, that didn't turn out too bad. It was swimming just behind me there about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago, and now it's on our plate. And we are about to try a blue swimmer crab for the first time. We are.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Patsy's just asked me what part do I eat, and that's a good question. I think we just crack the legs open, and all the white bits you can eat, all the little fleshy white bits. So I saw on the YouTube video that you crack the claws just to let the heat and stuff in, and it makes them easier to crack and eat when it's cooked. So, well, look at that. I just cracked it, and now if I pull it apart, boom, that's what you eat.
Okay,
look
you
at
can
that.
Eat it first.
It's like a little bit of flesh in there. That's actually not bad. It's just like a, it doesn't taste fishy at all. It tastes like a softer chicken. Like it's softer.
Okay, I'll try some.
I don't think you'll dislike it. Okay, you're up.
I'm not a seafood person, but I'm trying.
Just that little bit.
Yeah, it's exactly how you described it. It's alright.
I wasn't sure if we'd like it or not, so we didn't get, I didn't like go for big ones. I got, one was 15 centimeters and one was 13 centimeters, so you're allowed 11 and upwards. So I'm sure they get a bit bigger than this, but There's a fair bit of meat there. There's also a fair bit of stuffing around to get it out, but it's part of the fun, I think. Oh, we're going to enjoy this and we'll pick up tomorrow. Bye.
In my arms, 'cause I need you out. Let it go, let it go, let it go till I get you alone. I can't help but howl like a wolf, howl like a wolf. I wish my call's gonna reach you. Give it my all, 'cause I need you. I will howl like a wolf. Baby, I will howl like a wolf. When the sun fades, when the night awaits, I'll be howling and howling and howling for you, babe. Can't keep my pain quiet any longer. Gotta let it out. Are you anywhere near? So I wonder, can you hear me now? I know it ain't over till it's over, 'cause I'm still alive. If only you'd come a bit closer, maybe I'll survive.
Alright, so we left Point Lally this morning and we've headed down the coast a little bit more, down to Whyalla. We're actually here to pick up something exciting, but before we go there, we've come down to the boat ramp area because I've heard that dolphins come in here, and literally just as we pulled up, I can see dolphins already, so I'm so excited. Let's go see some.
You're
What,
everywhere.
can you see more?
Yeah, there's one there, there's one over there.
I've heard they're really playful here, so we're gonna go see if we can get close to them.
Give a splash in the water.
It's the last one.
Can you give me a pat? No. No. No.
Showing off.
I don't think we could have timed that any better. We're like the only ones on the wharf, and then as soon as the boat come in and started feeding the dolphins, there's just like 20 or 30 people on that wharf. But we had prime position, got heaps of good shots. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But
I did.
Let's go and pick up our Christmas present.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get to use our Christmas present like we hoped in this episode, but if you can guess what we've bought ourselves, leave it down in the comments. From here in Whyalla, we made our way south along the eastern coast of the Eyre Peninsula to Port Lincoln. We had an action-packed week, so stay tuned for the next episode. You're not going to want to miss this one. As always, thanks for watching Legends, and we'll catch you in the next one.